with about 31 states and some parts of the Federal Capital Territory affected by the devastating flood situation in Nigeria. Some international non-governmental organizations have called for the declaration of a state of emergency by the federal and affected state government. The country director, Action Aid Nigeria, Ene Obi, who made the call at a press briefing in Abuja, said it is time for the government at all levels to explore sustainable ways to cope the perennial flooding issues some states are increasingly experiencing during rainy seasons. She noted that a repeat of flooding in 2023, when affected households, farmers and states will be recovering, could be catastrophic as pre-existing food insecurity, poverty, increase in out-of-school children, especially girls who in some situations suffer early marriage, and other forms of gender-based violence would be heightened. She said the human-induced and natural causes of flooding must be purposely addressed without further delay for the progress of the country.
For the NGOs here present, we call for an integration of flood risk management with spatial planning and immediate humanitarian coordination fora in affected states to avoid duplication of efforts or responses. Introduce or adapt community surveillance and early warning systems on flood prevention and mitigation to prepare for hazardous climate-related events.
So what we're saying here is around how states, this is even state governments, how state governments plan for their people. So we know that the flooding is going to come. We know that that dam is going to be open. What should we do? As Nigerians, we are calling on people who hold our collective responsibilities and our resources to take better action.
The organizations further called on all government stakeholders, corporate organizations, civil society organizations, and individuals to prioritize emergency response to people and states affected by floods across the country.
Call on the government to prioritize the provision of emergency assistance for displaced persons and those who are living in various displaced camps and host communities. This would include provision of food assistance, non-food items, protection for women and girls.
This is the time actors, everybody, development partners, government, and like Ene said, all the military apparatus and security forces should imagine how they could play a role, because we have communities who are completely cut off. In fact, communities who cannot receive the aid that we have prepared.
I think what is important here today, colleagues, is that it's about our humanity. If we are concerned about people like us, we need to take certain actions, and we all have a responsibility in this.
Recall that the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Humanitarian and Disaster Management, Dr. Nasir Gwarzo, recently stated that the flood has affected the lives of about 1.4 million persons, displaced over 790 others, with over 600 deaths recorded across the country. Palang Bukar, CNA News.